Imagine the world's most famous heist crew, a gang with a name straight out of a spy movie, the Pink Panthers. They're no ordinary criminals. These are people who walk into the world's most secure jewelry stores, pull off near-perfect heists in a matter of minutes, and vanish without a trace. No messy aftermath, no clumsy mistakes, just precision, style, and the loot of a lifetime. Their targets? Only the most exclusive jewelry boutiques across the globe, from Paris and Tokyo to London and Dubai. The Pink Panthers came into the limelight in 2003, after a robbery that could have come straight from a Hollywood script. In May of that year, two men strolled into Graf Diamonds, one of London's high-end jewelry stores, acting like regular customers. They examined the pieces, browsed casually, and then, in a flash, pulled out their weapons, threatening the staff. Calmly, as if they'd rehearsed this 100 times, they packed the jewels, slipped out, and disappeared. Now, if that sounds impressive, wait till you hear the kicker. After the heist, the gang hid a diamond in a jar of face cream, a detail that got them the nickname the Pink Panthers, inspired by the 1975 Pink Panther movie, where a similar trick was used to hide a precious gem. From that moment on, the Pink Panthers became the stuff of legend. If stories of daring heists and masterminded thefts intrigue you, make sure to subscribe to Talescape for more thrilling mysteries and real-life legends. But the Graf heist was only the beginning. The Pink Panthers took their operation international, striking at elite jewelry stores across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Authorities estimate they've been behind at least 380 heists, totaling over $500 million. They were unstoppable, leaving behind minimal evidence, and their getaways were works of art. Witnesses described the gang as stylish, quick, and professional. They even had manners, apologizing to employees as they stole millions. The Panthers' tactics were a mix of boldness and meticulous planning. Before each heist, they would scout their target for weeks, understanding everything from security shifts to the layout of the store. Then, when they struck, it was always with exact timing, often finishing a job in under 3 minutes. They'd come armed with everything needed for a flawless exit: getaway cars with fake plates, disguises, and even smoke bombs. One of their most famous heists was in Dubai in 2007. Imagine this. The crew arrived in 2 black Audis, smashing them right through the glass doors of the Wafi Mall. The heist unfolded in just 60 seconds, and they walked away with millions in jewels. The cars sped off into the desert, and when authorities found them, they were abandoned and burnt, leaving not a single trace behind. It was a move that left both the public and law enforcement speechless. As investigators dug deeper, they discovered the Pink Panthers were no ordinary gang. They were former soldiers from the Balkans, trained in everything from hand-to-hand combat to explosives. Many of them had lived through the Yugoslav wars, learning how to operate with precision and discipline. Their skills were as polished as their taste for luxury, and they executed their plans with a level of confidence only possible from years of experience in high-stakes situations. And the Pink Panthers didn't just work as a single unit. They were more like a loose network, spread across countries, with members taking on different roles based on the needs of each heist. This structure made them incredibly difficult to catch. They communicated in code, switched countries frequently, and had the support of a black market network to help them with fake identities, clean passports, and routes to sell off their stolen treasures. Over the years, global police forces banded together to try to catch them, forming an international task force. Countries like France, Switzerland, Japan, and the UK shared intelligence, set up sting operations, and even worked with Interpol to track the gang's movements. But every time the authorities thought they'd caught up, the Pink Panthers would strike again, seemingly one step ahead. One of their biggest near captures happened in 2009 when a high-ranking Pink Panther member was arrested in Cyprus. Law enforcement hoped he'd lead them to the rest of the gang, but it didn't quite work out that way. In a plot twist worthy of a spy novel, other gang members staged a jailbreak. They stormed the Cypriot prison, freeing their comrade in a daring escape. It was one of the boldest jailbreaks in recent history, and they pulled it off flawlessly, leaving police dumbfounded and embarrassed. The Panthers' story is peppered with near misses and narrow escapes. Every few years, police would catch 1 or 2 members, and each time they hoped they'd finally dismantle the gang. But the Panthers seemed to operate like an ever-evolving organism. Each time one was taken out, another would step in to replace them. Even today, their legacy lives on, and while some of the original members have been caught, many are still at large. The story of the Pink Panthers has all the elements of a thriller: high-stakes heists, daring escapes, and a network that spans continents. They aren't just criminals. They're an organization with discipline, flair, and a reputation that's likely to last for decades. To this day, authorities are unsure of just how big the network truly is and whether it's still operational. For now, the remaining Pink Panthers are silent, leaving behind the question, when, or if, they'll ever strike again. So, what do you think? Do you admire their audacity, or do their tactics cross the line? Let us know in the comments below. And thanks for watching Talescape. Make sure to subscribe for more stories that bring the world's most captivating mysteries right to